Hi everyone, welcome to Bits Connect. Today we are going to discuss the topic about important specifications or important parameters or non-idealities of the operational amplifier IC741. So coming to the important specifications, there are totally 10 specifications. The first one is open loop voltage gain. It is indicated by A, input impedance Zin, output impedance Z0, input offset voltage, that means we are giving the inverting and non-inverting, two inputs of the differential amplifier equal to 0, then the output voltage we are getting, output voltage is also equal to 0. Next, common mode rejection ratio, CMRR, slew rate, bandwidth, input offset current, input bias current and gain bandwidth product. Now we are going to discuss about the different specifications. Coming to the first specification, open loop voltage gain. The ratio, why we have to, how we will define the voltage gain? The ratio of output voltage to the input voltage. The ratio of output voltage to the input voltage without feedback is known as open loop voltage gain. What is the definition of open loop voltage gain? The ratio of output voltage to the input voltage of an amplifier without feedback is known as open loop voltage gain. So, for an ideal operational amplifier, the gain of the open loop voltage gain, it is infinity. It is infinity for, that is for ideal op amp. For ideal operational amplifier, the gain of the amplifier, it is equal to infinity. For practically the gain is more than 20,000. Okay, so this is how we will define the open loop voltage gain. So coming to the next one, input impedance, it is indicated by Zin, or we can say it as input resistance also. Okay, now so it is the equivalent. How we will define input impedance? It is the equivalent impedance measured at either non-inverting terminal or inverting terminal of the op amp. Okay, now and another terminal it is giving to the ground. Okay, now either we can calculate the input impedance either at the inverting terminal of the op amp or non-inverting terminal of the operational amplifier, and another terminal it is commonly given to the ground. Okay, so the ideal value of input impedance, it is equal to infinity, and practically the value of input impedance is 2 mega ohms. Okay, so this is about input impedance or input resistance. Coming to the output impedance, it is indicated by Z0. Okay, so it is the resistance measured between output terminal of the operational amplifier and ground. Output impedance means we have to calculate the output impedance at the output terminal of the operational amplifier, that is at the 6th pin. Parameter is input offset voltage. How we will define input offset voltage? The input voltage is nothing but it is the error voltage needed to null or zero the quiescent output voltage of the operational amplifier is nothing but input offset voltage. Okay, now and it is also defined as it is the voltage that must be applied between the two input terminals of the operational amplifier to nullify the output voltage or to become zero. Okay, now that is nothing but input offset voltage. Next, coming to the common mode rejection ratio, it is in abbreviation it is defined as CMRR. CMRR is defined as the ratio of differential gain to the common mode gain. It is defined as the ratio of differential gain, it is indicated by AD, and common mode gain, it is indicated by ACM. Okay, now so it is defined as CMRR. CMRR is defined as the ratio of differential gain to the common mode gain is known as common mode rejection ratio. So the common mode rejection ratio is always expressed in decibels. It is expressed in decibels. Okay, so the common mode rejection ratio in decibels, it is equal to 20 log common logarithm of base 10 CMRR. CMRR means AD by ACM. So this common mode rejection ratio indicates the capability of the operational amplifier to reject the noise. It is used to indicate the capability of operational amplifier to reject the noise. Okay. So, and CMRR is the ability of the differential operational amplifier to reject the common mode signals. Okay na? So it is defined as the CMRR is having the ability of a differential amplifier to reject the common mode signals. So the common mode rejection ratio is nothing but it is used to reject the common mode signals. Common mode signals means whatever the differential amplifier, we are giving the two inputs kada, differential amplifier, the two inputs are equal. Okay, so the ideal value of common mode rejection ratio is infinity, and coming to the practical value of common mode rejection ratio, it is expressed in decibels and it is about 90 decibels. So this is about common mode rejection ratio. And coming to the slew rate, it is defined as the maximum rate of change of output voltage. It is indicated by V naught, output voltage, the maximum rate of change of output voltage with respect to time. So slew rate is equal to dV naught by dt. Here V naught is nothing but output voltage and T is nothing but time. How we will define slew rate? It is defined as the maximum rate of change of output voltage with respect to the time. Okay, so slew rate equal to dV naught by dt, and slew rate is expressed in, what are the units for slew rate? Output voltage means volts and time means here it is calculated in microseconds. So the slew rate is expressed in volts per microseconds. Okay, and this slew rate is nothing but it is a measure of how fast the output voltage can change and measured in volts per microseconds. Slew rate is nothing but it is a measurement of how fast the output voltage can change and it is measured in volts per microsecond. Suppose for example, if the slew rate of the operational amplifier is 0.5 volts per microseconds, so it means that the output from the amplifier can change 0.5 volts. The output from the operational amplifier can change 0.5 volts. Coming to the bandwidth, how we will define bandwidth? So actually from the frequency response curve, what is frequency response? The curve drawn between gain of the amplifier or output voltage with respect to the frequency. So it is like this. Okay. So this is the frequency response of an amplifier. The curve drawn between gain and frequency of an amplifier is known as frequency response curve. This is nothing but frequency response curve, and here it is maximum gain. This is nothing but maximum gain, and for this maximum gain we have to calculate with by root 2. Maximum gain to the value of by root 2 nothing but it is equal to 0.707. Okay, if you calculate in terms of percentage, you will get 70.7 percentage. So 1 by root 2 cheste, so you will get right here. So this is up to 70.7 percentage of the maximum gain AV. Okay na? So this is nothing. If you calculate like this, for this maximum value, if you calculate 1 by a maximum value to the root 2, you will get 2 points right here. So this is nothing but F1, F2, and this is the resonant frequency. Okay, so this is F1 is nothing but lower cutoff frequency, F2 is nothing but upper cutoff frequency. So the difference between upper cutoff frequency to the lower cutoff frequency is known as bandwidth, and also it can define as the frequency range over which the voltage gain of the amplifier is above 70.7 percentage of its maximum output value. Here maximum output value is nothing but maximum gain of the operational amplifier. How will define bandwidth? You can define two types. The difference between upper cutoff frequency to the lower cutoff frequency. Bandwidth equal to F2 minus F1. You can also define like this, or the frequency range over which the voltage gain of the amplifier is above 70.7% of its maximum output value of a operational amplifier is also defined as bandwidth. Okay, input offset voltage. So this is defined as the algebraic difference between the currents entering into the inverting and non-inverting terminals of the operational amplifier is referred as input offset voltage. The algebraic difference between currents entering into the inverting and non-inverting terminals of the op amp is referred as input offset current. So it is indicated by IIO. IO indicates input offset. I indicates current. So IIO is nothing but input offset current. It is equal to, so this, suppose this is a operational amplifier. This is plus terminal indicates non-inverting, minus terminal indicates inverting. So these are the two inputs of the operational amplifier. So at the non-inverting terminal, the current calculated by IB1. At the inverting terminal, the current calculated by IB2. Okay na? So the difference, the algebraic difference between these two currents at the non-inverting and input terminals of the operational amplifier, and when the output voltage equal to 0 is known as input offset voltage. So it is indicated by IIO equal to the algebraic difference IB1 minus IB2. IB1 is nothing but the current at the non-inverting input. IB2 is nothing but the current at the inverting input. When output voltage, this is the output voltage. We are connecting it at the ground means V0 equal to 0. So coming to the next one, input bias current. The average of the currents that flow into the inverting and non-inverting terminals of the operational amplifier is nothing but input bias current. It is nothing but the average of the currents. So these are the average of these two currents. The average of these two currents at the non-inverting and inverting terminals of the operational amplifier is nothing but input bias current. So it is indicated by IB. Input bias current is indicated by IB equal to IB1 plus IB2 by 2. So this is input bias current. So these are the important specifications or important parameters or non-idealities of the operational amplifier. Okay.